Hi friends. Tonight I'm going to be making some Mediterranean shrimp and some pearl couscous. This is from one of my favorite cooks that I follow, and I have her cookbook. It's out of the Skinny Taste cookbook. So first we're going to start with cutting up some small cherry tomatoes. It calls for 2 cups, but you can just use what you have. So this is what I have left. So I'm just going to go through and half them. I'm definitely a tomato lover. I eat a lot of tomatoes. So I'm just halving these. I probably have about a cup. It calls for 2, but you can always omit or do less or add more. It's not going to ruin the dish. So I didn't realize I didn't have, more tomatoes. So I'm just using what I have on hand. Also, it calls for Clamato tomatoes. I don't like Clamato tomatoes, so I'm going to omit that. Then it calls for some feta cheese. I got the crumbled feta, and that's going to be a 1/4 cup of this. Just kind of pour that over the top. And it calls for a tablespoon of capers drained. So we'll pour some capers in here. Okay, and that's all in there. We're going to season it with some pepper. Just gonna mix that around. That looks good. All right. Next we got a pound of shrimp, deveined, tails off. So we're going to salt the shrimp. About a 1/4 teaspoon salt. This is a teaspoon, so we'll use a 1/4 of that. We'll use a 1/4 of that and just put it over the salt and put a tiny bit more. And just kind of toss that around so the salt kind of gets to all of it. And I'm going to turn on my burner. It calls for medium-high heat. So once that gets going, we're going to do about a teaspoon of oil. So we'll give that a second to heat up. That shouldn't take too long. While I'm waiting, I gotta get a couple of these other things. Got some parsley. And open it up so it's ready when it's time to use it. Some couscous. Okay. So now we'll do the teaspoon of olive oil. And it went over a tiny bit, not a big deal. Let that heat for a sec. Move that oil around just so it can kind of coat the pan. And then I'm going to go ahead and toss those shrimp on there. I'm going to spread those out a bit. Give that a sec just to heat up a tad more. If you're new here, please hit like and subscribe so you can continue to get notifications and see my videos. And the recipe calls for extra large shrimp, but I just got the large ones. So, and we're going to cook these for about 2.5 minutes. So I should start going pretty quick here. Shrimp's already starting to smell good. I love that smell. I have to clean as I go. Shrimp are starting to turn light orange, a little bit of pink. I love the smell of shrimp. Heavenly smell. Now we'll start adding in the garlic. This calls for 3 garlic cloves. So I'm going to do about 2.5-ish of the minced garlic. And mix that around just so it kind of touches them all. And we're cooking this on medium-high heat as well. You can see they're all getting a little color to them now. So now it smells real good, the garlic and the shrimp. Give that another little second, and then we're going to transfer it over to our bowl with our tomatoes and our feta. Just kind of want that garlic to Get married to the shrimp real quick. Okay. And this is what the bowl with the feta and the tomatoes look like. So now I'm literally just gonna scoop and toss. Got shrimp in there. Okay. So now I'm going to increase the heat to high. I'm adding in 2 cups of chicken broth. Kind of give that a little stir just so everything gets in there. So we want to just bring that to a boil. And once that's done, we're going to do 2.5 cups of couscous. So I'm probably just going to measure it out now. I'm going to do it by the 1/2 cup. I don't know why I closed that. I'm going to do it by the 1/2 cup. Easier to fit here. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of this. Oh. 1/2 cup. Maybe I'll try pouring. So 1 cup and another 1.5. Alright. So now that we got that, we're going to add that in there. Mix that around. We're going to lower the heat to medium. And we're going to put the lid on. And let that absorb. It takes about 10 to 12 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm going to shut this around again. Make sure all that yumminess gets together. And we're also going to be using juice from 1/2 of a lemon, so while I'm waiting for that, I'll go ahead and squeeze that into something. Probably use that. I got my lemon squeezer. Just put that in here. Go over. We're going to use this at the end. So that's about the juice of 1/2 of a lemon. Like I said, we'll be using that at the end. Got that on medium. Just want to make sure that's going good. And you can get gluten-free couscous too. This is just a style of pasta, wheat flour. Just a smaller version. Kind of meshes, well with certain things. See, it's already softening up. And it smells so garlicky and good. Look at. What do you guys like to cook with your couscous? Do you have any favorite recipes? Let me know. Leave it in the comment. How's everybody doing tonight? What is on your dinner menu? I like this because it's fast and easy. You don't gotta spend a super amount of time in the kitchen cooking. And it's so flavorful and really good. Really, you just want to keep an eye on this, just kind of, you would any other pasta. And go through and just kind of fluff it a bit, move it around. Because what you're really waiting for is for the liquid to be absorbed into the couscous. Once that happens, then I will be adding in this mixture of shrimp and tomatoes and the capers. And that smells so good. I will be adding that into there. And then we'll kind of let that heat through. And then at that time I will add the lemon juice and the chopped parsley, which is yum. I'm lazy today. And actually my husband bought this for a different recipe, and so we had this unopened thing of parsley. So I thought, oh, what a perfect recipe, calls for it, I need it, so I'll use this. It also calls for the kosher salt. If you don't have that on hand, you could use something else. The only difference, the kosher salt is a lot bigger than regular salt. See, it's like bigger, so you need less. Oh yeah, the liquid's starting to go bye-bye. As you can see, I put 2 cups of broth in there and it's pretty much gone now. And do a little bit of a taste test just to make sure, because you don't want to get no hard pasta. A little bit longer cooking. That smells really good too. I think I'm going to add a tiny bit more chicken broth. Just kind of have that. I'm going to chop up a side salad or to go with dinner tonight. Wish there was a smell button. This smells really good. about another minute. You can either add this to the bowl or you can add the bowl to this. And I'm gonna just add the bowl to this. It's easier for me. However you want to do it. Oh yeah, okay. You want to stay right on top of it because it will start to stick too. So now I'm going to turn that down lower. I'm going to add this in. This is that strip, the shrimp with the capers and the feta and all that yummy goodness. And then I'm going to mix that around. Oops. Throw in some stuff. I lost a shrimp. I can save it. Oh, I did. And feta. Alright, so now I'm going to mix that in. And then we're going to toss it with some of this lemon juice. Mix that in. And look how beautiful. Delicious that looks. And then we're going to garnish it with some of this parsley, chopped up parsley. I'm going to add a little bit more pepper to it. And just like that, dinner is served. To include the salad. I mean, look at that. Alright, you guys. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.